Boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, children of all ages, it's not just DC melting down, it's not just Star Wars melting down. No, boys and girls, it's Marvel as well, because in the landslide victory that Donald J. Trump had just over there on Tuesday has caused an absolute, complete, and total meltdown of many people out there in the entertainment industry, because they all are insane people out there that live in a box that tells them that the only thing that they should believe in is everything that they believe all around them. The exact same kind of nonsense that they spew each other, the same kind of propaganda is all what they actually seem to believe. And the fact that they decided to find out, they decided to F around and find out with this woke agenda out there, ladies and gentlemen, they found out that it smacked them in the face on Tuesday, and a landslide victory has broke their brains. They are freaking out, and it couldn't happen to a better person. Yes, the lady that was responsible for giving us the current version of Captain Marvel out there has had an absolute epic meltdown over on Blue Sky. And ladies and gentlemen, if you don't remember, this is the exact same lovely lady that decided to tell everybody out there, if you don't like my politics, don't buy my book. And if you don't believe this iteration of Captain Marvel that this lady created is not directly responsible for the version we got in the MCU, well, I've got some oceanfront property in Arizona to sell you, ladies and gentlemen. So we're going to make fun of another quick one real quick, laugh and ridicule these absolutely insane folks, because this is a victory lap for all of you out there that pushed back, refused to put up with this kind of stuff, refused to buy this lady's book, and who has rejected all of this nonsense out hand. So ladies and gentlemen, from CosmicBook.news, we're going to get into all the juicy details. But before we do, if you do enjoy our content, hit that like button, share with all your friends, and subscribe or follow if you have not already, boys and girls, because we are grinding, we are growing, and I could not do that without every single one of you. Also, leave us a comment in the section down below. Does this surprise you at all? Is this just a cherry on top of the cake after watching the Marvels completely and totally collapse at the box office, that the woman responsible for this iteration of Captain Marvel out there has now flipping out and melting down? Let us know what you think about all that in the comment section down below. And also, if you'd like to help support the channel, please check out the links in the description as well. So from CosmicBook.news and our dear sweet Matt McGloin, Captain Marvel writer has epic meltdown following Trump victory, because of course she did. And why is it always the bull rings, man? Ladies, seriously, get those out of your faces. It's just a big, giant warning flag to everybody that you're a woke lefty nut job out there possessed by the spirit of the age. But, maybe that's kind of the thing. Why do they all look the same, though? I guess it's part of that whole cult mentality, right? That's why they all shave their heads and they wear the same kind of robes. It's literally a cult. It's literally a cult. A number of Hollywood celebs are currently having epic meltdowns over the Donald J. Trump victory, and now Captain Marvel writer Kelly Sue DeCornick joins them. DeCornick was hired by Marvel Comics to usher in a feminist liberal version of Captain Marvel. You know, the one that we saw on the screen with Disney Marvel? A legendary character first created as a blonde white dude, Marvel, back in 1978. Yes, boys and girls, even though technically the gender swap happened in the comics, it's still a gender swap from the original source material after all. DeCornick and Marvel did away with the male version, who reportedly was supposed to return in Secret Invasions. Of course, we didn't get that. And replaced the character with Carol Danvers, who went by Miss Marvel, and who Brie Larson plays in the MCU. Exactly. DeCornick has had a cameo role in the film, which also included a scene making fun of Trump. Color of shock there. Marvel Comics would then name Kamala Khan as the new Miss Marvel, played by Iman Vellani in the MCU. The Marvels recently lost Disney hundreds of millions of dollars at the box office, and yes, those were fun videos to make. Kelly Sue DeCornick has gone on record telling fans not to read her comics if they don't like her politics. Yes, she flat out said, if you don't like my politics, don't buy my book. Well, no one did, and it went up in oblivion over there at DC, over there at Marvel, and guess what? The same thing happened with the movies you inspired. Good job. And now following Trump's landslide victory over Harris, DeCornick says more of the same. So what does Kelly Sue DeCornick say after the Donald Trump victory? Following the Trump victory, she posted on Blue Sky, you know, that really woke, crazy, liberal, spirit of the age version of Twitter that they tried to make to hopefully try to get off the ground, which has obviously failed miserably now that Elon Musk has bought it and turned it into X. And yeah, also allows some very, very questionable material on there. I'll just leave it at that. Where she goes by none other than Kelly Sue Demonic. I mean, literally, could they make it more obvious at this point, boys and girls? They are possessed by the spirit of the age, which is a demonic influence that comes straight from the bowels of hell. And they're telling you this. It's not rocket science to figure out this garbage is evil. So this is the funny part about this. So she posts this over here, right? And it says, a message from my friend Sigrid this morning. Yes, I'm sure it's from your friend Sigrid. And even if it is from your friend Sigrid, clearly this is your opinion as well, or at least you agree and approve of this because you're posting it on your social media account. Now, as we've talked about before, these people are brainwashed. They are possessed by the spirit of the age, which I believe is a demonic influence, right? What else could explain this entire complete and total lack of all reason flying out of their brains and thinking this is the way they currently have to live their lives? Our job now, our entire fucking job is to stay the fuck alive. They are scared they're going to lose their lives because there's a new guy in the White House that doesn't agree with their woke politics, okay? And this is a consistent trend. They are all in fear of their lives. This is no different when you've seen the students that have had mental breakdowns over the climate change nonsense because they have been so brainwashed by the legacy institutions out there that they legitimately believe this is a threat to their lives. Make fun, laugh at these people, shame them, but also pity them and take shame on ourselves for ever allowing our institutions to get this corrupted to where you could brainwash millions of people into believing things like this, because this is 100% insanity. Despair is the ally of fascism. That's right, because if you voted for Donald J. Trump, you're a fascist. Do not do their work for them when people want you dead. Is there anybody legitimate out there in any kind of major sphere of influence that is screaming for the removal of anybody from their planet? No, we just point out that your demonic influence and your ideology does actually cause people to remove themselves from the planet. So maybe that's what they're talking about. Every day you live is pissing in their coffee. Most of us don't actually think about you all very much outside of when you decide to scream and put things like this out on social media. So who's really living who's really living rent free in whose head again? Stay alive out of spite, if for no other reason. Oh, yes, that's right. Don't find hope that things might get better. Don't find hope that things might change. No, just be angry and nasty and stay alive just because of that. Our second job, take care of each other. That's each other here, our other friends and family, our communities, and also random strangers. Oh, you mean like the ones you yell at and scream at in public because if they disagree with you or wear the wrong type of hat, or maybe voted for the wrong person or maybe disagree respectively with your ideology that you try to cancel and have them fired from their jobs, have their families completely abandon them, encourage their spouses to leave them. All of these other kind of tactics we've seen from your quote unquote side, the tolerant left. Yeah. Our third job is to resist. This will take many forms. Please remember that any group needs tanks, DPS, healers, and support. Yes. Healers, boys and girls. They've literally pulled something that only exists inside of a video game franchise, because in our world they would be called doctors or nurses or psychologists or counselors, but it's healers because it's from a spiritual place. It's a demonic influence that we're going to heal you with. And support. Find the role that you can play and put your efforts where they're most suitable. Yes, boys and girls. They believe that every single person out there that voted for not having their economy completely and totally tanked, not having their children transed by all of these woke psychopaths, that believed in not having their entertainment completely and totally infiltrated with politics, so point that if you don't like my politics, don't mind my book, is who is currently writing current characters that people used to love and adore. This is why they believe every single one of you who disagreed with any single one of their talking points, don't believe me, you can disagree with a single one of them and be okay, ask J.K. Rowling, that you're a fascist, that you want all of them dead, that you want them all removed from the planet. They are in fear of their lives because you disagree with a single point on their worldview. That's how brainwashed they are. They have accused all of us time and time again of living in an echo chamber that everybody loves what they're doing to Marvel. Everybody loves what they're doing to DC. Everybody loves what they're doing to Star Wars. No matter how many times they've lost billions of dollars, no matter how many times something has tanked with the viewers, with the main street audience out there, these legacy psychopaths who have clung onto power for so long because they infected people all under the guise of, well, don't you just want to be accepting and tolerant? Just like every other Marxist regime out there in history. As soon as they got power, they wanted to exclude anyone that disagreed with them. And guess what? Fortunately, we still live in a beautiful, free republic that is the United States of America, where we can go to the ballot box and reject every one of these psychopathic ideologies, whether it be the box office or at the ballot box. They have now been proven time and time again that their ideology is rejected by the majority of people out there. They are not the majority, and they never have been. And now they have had that thrown in their face in the largest way and most obvious way possible. All because next year, Donald J. Trump is going to take his proper place back in the White House. Enjoy your meltdowns, enjoy your delusions, and enjoy all of the anxiety that comes simply because you found out the majority of the country doesn't agree with you. After all, you've done it to yourselves, and you're getting exactly what you deserve.